the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Final.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Saturday, May 9th. It's fight night here in Las Vegas and also in Newark, New Jersey, where we'll have tonight UFC 328 with our big middleweight title bout between Hamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland. These guys can't wait to get at it, and neither can we here tonight on the Sports Money Network. We'll have our live companion stream coverage on the new Sports Money Network here at 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 Pacific time. We've also got that great co-main event as well here with flyweights Joshua Van and Tatsuro Taira tonight. So get ready and get excited for tonight, and a big UFC card, man, one of the best of the year going off here tonight, and we'll have that live companion stream coverage here on the Sports Money Network, so I hope you're ready for it as well. And great job last night by the crew, and hey, you know what, hey, thanks to Ixniz too for hanging out there. A little extra, kind of had to cut his party short, I think, there, but we had nice coverage there last night of the hockey and the basketball here. We'll recap the action here a little bit and then get into our card. Here today we've got, of course, NBA, NHL, 2 games in basketball, 2 in hockey. We've got a full Major League slate as well here with action, day and night action, and, well, we've got more WNBA all day pretty much. I think they're playing them one at a time pretty much here on the opening Saturday of the week, and we'll try to duplicate our winning session last night here on the show. So I think I'm ready to go with the WNBA. Seemed like we had some pretty good picks here yesterday. Thank you for joining me here, and we'll just say hello to a few folks here right now and let a few more kind of fold on in here, and then we'll get started with our previews and our show. But I just want to let everybody know I see you in there right now, and there's Nick. Hey, I didn't need to. There's Nick. He was there holding down the fort yesterday with the guys. Great coverage last night of the games here. I gotta say, welcome to Hard Nips, Henry. Gosh, if I didn't know any better, I'd try to pronounce it differently. Henry, nice to have you in the chat. Getting me a little excited here. All right. And Nuke is here as well, ready to go today. How about the Toronto Tempo last night? We'll talk about the results here in just a moment. All right, let me take a look here at some of the action here from last night in the NBA, where we were able to come up with a winner here with the New York Knicks on the road here. That was our winner on the morning steam yesterday as we took the Knicks plus the points against Philadelphia. Man, they really did dominate, didn't they, in the road win there yesterday? Look, it just was a situational spot for me, as it always is kind of in the playoffs. Sometimes I forget to think about the recency bias or the lack thereof, but we were on the Knicks here, and man, they're putting it down right now on the Sixers here. And just like last time, just like last year, Embiid gets a little tired, gets a little weak once they start playing the games there a little bit on 1 day's rest. And fading quickly here are the Sixers and Knicks, most efficient team in the postseason so far. Credit to the Spurs and OKC as well in the Western Conference, but I think the Knicks kind of do a little bit ahead of the curb, if you will. But you got to consider the opponents as well. But maybe the Knicks might be that Eastern Conference team. It was San Antonio and Minnesota last night, and of course, San Antonio did the job on the road with another beautiful performance from Victor Wembanyama. Man, talk about sometimes the best player does win the NBA championship, and that'll be how the Spurs have to look at it. Look, I still feel like in the end, the depth of OKC, the experience, man for man. But Wemby might be the difference maker in the Western Conference. And hey, we're not ready to crown him yet. Got to get there. But it was San Antonio winning and covering by 7 on the road. I was on the under here on the show, so went 1-1 with my NBA plays here on the morning steam. So hopefully you guys had the winners here yesterday. NHL, I flubbed this one up as I was on the under with Montreal and Buffalo yesterday. I know Mikey was on the over, so great job there in that one. And Montreal put it down. I kind of was swayed by that first game, talking about recency bias. I probably should have just stuck with the overall postseason trends a little bit. I think you would have ended up on Montreal. And how I didn't, I don't know. But I did have the under in that game. It went over there yesterday. And also in the late game, how about it, man? Vegas putting it down. Mitch Marner comes through big time. His reputation would say he does not, but he did with a hat trick. Oh, and Vegas beat Anaheim there on Friday night. So Vegas continues to look pretty strong there in their series now against Anaheim, getting that game back right now. They're on the road. So Vegas with the win goes up 2-1 now in that one. And of course, in the Montreal Buffalo series, 1-1 currently there in that one. Okay. Here's Razor joining us in the chat today. Should be a great day of action here on the Sports Money Network. All right, a little bit of baseball action from Friday night. We did have a nice card again. Man, we've had 2 really solid days here. A lot of winners on the morning steam as we had the Colorado Rockies in that game against Philadelphia. Yeah, we did take them on the run line, but they were able to get the 9-7 win there yesterday as Colorado blew a 7-2 lead in the 7th inning. Troy Johnston had the game-winning hit, and Justin Crawford hit his first home run for Philadelphia. Looks like they got a good one there. Also, it was a winner here on the morning steam with the Mets and the Diamondbacks game to go under, despite the fact the game went extra innings there. The Mets get the win 3-1 over the Diamondbacks yesterday as they were able to prevail. Both teams scored in the 2nd inning. That was it until they got to the 10th. Vientos double game-winning hit. Arizona, remember about 3 weeks ago I said, I really like this Arizona team. I really think they're really underrated, and I think they can give these other teams a little bit of a play well in the National League. Well, they've lost 12 of their last 16, so maybe I got that one wrong, but I don't know. I still kind of like them. Anyway, we had the under there as our winner there, and that one also under winner with the Padres and the Cardinals as my Padres got blown out. Fernando Tatis turned a routine single. It would have been just 1 RBI, maybe 2. He's going to try to come up throwing. But instead, he overran the ball like a little leaguer and went all the way to the fence for a 3-base error, and the bases were cleared for a 4-0 win. They take Tatis Jr., a Gold Glove right fielder, and they've been sticking him at second base every couple of games because that's what you're not supposed to do. And then you go back out to the outfield and you forget how to run up on the ball and it goes under your glove. So Tatis is struggling here right now. The Padres, they're good, but they're just not quite there. It's games like this that they usually end up blowing it. So anyway, in that one, Cardinals with the win there, 6-0 over the Padres. All right. That's all right. We had the winner on the under. Okay, also Night Moves winner here yesterday on the show. some soccer matches are coming in right now. We just had that Liverpool and Chelsea game just in moments ago at 1 apiece, just now in the EPL, just finishing up here. And also just underway. We're getting just underway here in Germany right now. 4 games going off here right now. Also, Alabs over Elshire 1-0, and it is Udinese and Cagliari. No score. You can check some of the scores behind me on the out-of-town scoreboard. They'll go flashing by every once in a while here. So, all right, let's keep it moving here right now. A little bit of the recap here. I want to find these winners from yesterday, including Pittsburgh and San Francisco game to go under. We had that there with Majinski and Ray in the 5-2 win for the Giants. Impressive win there. Giants been struggling, but they picked one up. Also had the winner here on the morning steam with the Toronto Blue Jays against the Angels. We had with Dylan Cease, who dealt a shutout. The Toronto Blue Jays dealt a shutout. Cease struck out 10 in 7 innings. Toronto won despite getting just 3 hits. That's because the Angels have lost 14 of their last 17. They're not looking very good. We had Toronto on the run line. Also, a morning steam winner here with the Guardians. They took care of business over the Twins 6-4. There in that one as Messick looked good early as the Guardians beat up on Pralip of the Twins there in that one. Also, morning steam winner here with Kansas City in the win over Detroit. We had the Royals in the 4-3 victory there as the Royals got the walk-off win there in the bottom of the 9th inning. And also we had the Kansas City Royals over, the Seattle Mariners on the road, 12-8 over the White Sox. We identified that even though maybe the game was a bit of a toss-up there, or not a toss-up, but Seattle's dominance over there over the White Sox is what we were banking on. Luke Raley homered twice and had 7 RBIs. Murakami homered again. Murakami's homered in his last 8 series openers. The last person to do that, or the last person to do it in 7 was my man Eddie Murray, the switch-hitting first baseman of the Orioles back in 1977. All right. Also, we had the Astros here yesterday on the morning steam as they were able to get it done with a road victory yesterday against the Reds, 10-0. 10-0. Astros Blastos over the Reds, and Astros offense pretty good. They're not done yet. I already said, look, the Mariners don't look so good. The A's are playing pretty okay. Don't leave out the Astros. They got a ways to go yet. Also, we had a morning steam winner here with the Chicago Cubs. They're on the road over the Rangers, and they rolled again behind Buster Ben Brown, getting the win there on the road for the Cubs over Texas 7-1. And, of course, it stayed under in that one. It always goes under in Texas. WNBA, we have the winners here. We have the Washington Mystics on the road. They got it done as a short dog there, and also we have the winner with New York Liberty to blast over Connecticut Sun, and we have the winner with the over with Golden State and Seattle 3-0 in the WNBA right here on Morning Steam Show. So we're going to do it again here and go 4-0 today. Watch it. All right, let's see who else showed up, and I think we're ready to go with the show. And who do we have today? Thank you guys for coming in. And we've got here, Nuke is coming in. Holy moly. Let me write this down. I've got a UFL pizza parlay, my favorite spring football league. Let me write this down here. DC minus 10.5 and Dallas minus. That is our UFL coverage right there from Nuke. Thank you, Nuke. That is it. That is the coverage right there. All right. Henry, he likes the Fever to dominate and protect this house. Diago's always here coming in from kick. He loves it. Blake is here. Good morning. Robert is here as well. Good morning. Nuke says, okay, he's got some League One playoff here. Nuke is rolling in with some winners here today. Jim Duwager's here as well. Andrew K. joining us today. And don't forget, as Razor's helping us out here. You can check out VB MMA picks and get ready for today's fight card. Chimaev versus Strickland from the Prudential Center in Newark, whatever it's called now, in Newark, New Jersey on Saturday, May 9th. Tonight we'll be along for the live stream, but you can get the previews. Chimaev versus Strickland. We also previewed King Green and Jeremy Stevens, and we also previewed Sabatini in there against William Gomes. And we for our guest this week, you're going to want to catch this one, guys. It was none other than Clint McLean, Die Hard MMA podcast. You're not going to want to miss this one. It's already one of the most watched episodes of BB MMA picks ever, only because we're on the new Sports Money Network, baby. So make sure you give that one a look underneath the live tab. And get ready for the fight game here tonight. Hey, I've already got my picks locked and loaded for today, actually, when you go over to winnable.com/Ramon. Get my fight card here today. I've got lined up 8 plays for subscribers today. You can support me here on the channel when you subscribe over at winnable.com/Ramon. It's really only 41 cents a day when you subscribe for 1 month at $19.95 and use the promo code STEAM at checkout. That'll lower it to about $17.10. And when you subscribe, I put on an extra week because I control all that. If you want extra week, you just send me a message, like, hey, Ramon, crummy day. A lot of times when I have a crummy day, I spend all night extending everybody another day or two. But I usually doesn't matter because I usually add on days. I just want a lot of subscribers to follow my picks. So just subscribe over there. Really, you're just supporting me here on the Sports Money Network. Keep me coming back here every morning and doing the show right here on the new Sports Money Network. And man, I'm so proud actually to be part of this family right now of content creators and sports handicappers. Man, what a feeling of momentum here this week with the channel, and it's all because of you guys watching all these shows. And really already I think the merger has we know how it's went down. I mean, Razor had one of the greatest networks on YouTube covering horse racing. We had all the streams, of course, together with him and together with Mikey Money and the great Sports Money Network brand that I'm so proud of. Obviously, it just really is a good match, you guys. It really is. You got Razor's hard workers, anybody out here, very always contrite, serious, and also a lot of fun. And Mike coming in with all the heat and creativity here, and just really excited you guys are a part of it with us. So stay tuned here on the big new Sports Money Network. I see all the other cool shows as well. Saw Ixniz come in there with a golf show. I thought I was a part of it. I guess not. Just going to send out my picks. So join me over at winnable.com. All right. Say hello to a few more, and then let's go. AOD is here, and he's got to be excited right now with what's going on here with the Detroit Pistons. He's got to be fired up. Hey, everyone, like this video and subscribe to our channel, Sports Money Network here on YouTube, the 16,000 subscriber powerhouse. Josh is here today as well. And that's it. Let's get rolling with the show. No need to quit talking here, and let's get going. All I would be doing is talking about more winners. Anyways, by the way, over at Winnable, we've already gotten our day started. So if you're a subscriber with me, you've already been rolling here overnight with some matches. And we didn't win them all here yet, but we did have some action here in some overnight sports anyway here, and trying to roll with some winners here right now. So join me over at winnable.com. I've got my soccer coverage up there for the day as well. Tennis, 4 on the men's side, 3 on the women's side. I'm trying to bring some home right now. And of course, my UFC picks over there, 8 picks today for the card as part of just a package at 41 cents per day. Okay, here we go. Let's start it and get rolling with the NBA here on Saturday with those Detroit Pistons taking on the we got AOD here, and the Pistons are playing well. I better just talk about the Pistons here and how we're going to take them today. But man, this spread has gone up here on Cleveland to 5 right now at one particular very popular offshore book. I don't know if I need to update it or not, but uh, total here also has climbed to 212.5, maybe even 213 right now, as uh, the Cavaliers
Final.
down 2-0, of course, to the Pistons here, and that's, I kind of think if you look overall, right, this is usually somewhat of a profitable position for teams to go down 0-2, come back home, and are a favorite, but it's a little bit trickier than it looks actually with this type of role, because usually what it shows here is a little bit of dominance by these road teams in this position. I think more importantly here, Detroit kind of checks off some boxes, even if Cleveland, yes, they've been winning games at home, not winning on the road, but also it kind of look though that Detroit here, or Cleveland, 15-35 for the Cavaliers against the spread against winning teams this season. The Pistons are 13-2 against the spread as an underdog this year, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. They've won 4 out of the last 5 versus Cleveland here. I think they've already shown they can dictate physically and dictate the tempo a little bit as well. But Cleveland does qualify reverse qualify with the poor bounce back off bad shooting performances. Number one seeds kind of historically have struggled to sustain second round momentum after same series wins, but Detroit maybe a little bit underpriced here. It feels like getting 5 points here. Now 4.5, we'll keep it 4.5, I guess, right now, but man, are the Cavs really going to come to play today and get this one a blowout on this Detroit Pistons team that basically has a pretty good winning streak here right now? I talked about the game 3 unders. It was 1-1 yesterday, but they're still at 24-10 over the last 34 second round game number 3s. That's a pretty long sample size with a lot of unders in there. And when a team takes a 2-0 series lead, it has gone under in 15 of the last 19 game 3 spots. So that's anytime the team takes a 2-0 series lead in a series, 15 of the 19 game 3s have gone under. You have a division rivalry game here where the teams have gone under in 15 of their last 18 meetings, plus Cleveland here under in 5 of their last 6 against Detroit overall. I think under is the better play for me. I think I'm talking up Detroit here a little bit, thinking that maybe they are just a little bit too good for Cleveland this season. This would be pivotal because this is a one for Cleveland. It feels like they have to get it. But I'm going to take the under here as my official play. I do feel a little bit more confident, I think, with that, especially considering Detroit's defense has kind of dictated so far, and Cleveland is definitely having some issues with offensive rhythm, obviously. Look, I was on a little bit of Spider, and Mobley maybe not finishing like we would expect, and Harden's been a joke. So look, maybe they could turn around here at home, but the Cavs are just 1-6 against the spread. Their last 7 overall. I think the market models here are going to maybe keep this one a little bit higher. I'm going to go under as my official play here. I figure it's going to be somewhere both teams going to score between 101 and 106 points each. Which one wins? I like I said, Cleveland may get the win at home. Maybe they don't cover. Maybe it's a great game. But 106-104, 106-102 gets the underdog home right in there. And I think that puts me on the under more likely than trying to force it here with Detroit. But I think the points, I don't know. It doesn't seem like I thought it maybe should be, and it was actually opened as low as 2.5, and now we're seeing, like I said, some 5. So I don't think there's any real breaking injury news here. Merrill is questionable, Herter's questionable, so looks like just a gradual move. A lot of pressure on Cleveland. I think some people are playing Cleveland because of it. Let's go to the chat all-stars here and see what the folks have in this one. All right, it's going to be Bobby Mack is on the Cavaliers here. AUD says it's crucial for the Pistons to make sure. I think he's saying that. That's right. There he is. Said it right after that. Harden ready for Cancun. Is he going to go to Cancun? I mean, what would he do there? I mean, he'd probably go up and, he'd go up to the tiki bar and get a fancy drink with an umbrella, and then he'd turn and drop it. He'd probably drop the drink or spill it or something like that. Okay, let's see. What about Stu here? Oh, Stu. Hey, I like Stu today. I've got a prop here somewhere on Stu, I think, today. His number looks, I know his number. I think Stu could have a good game here. We know his number's low enough, so. All right. Hey, Scotty Foster's going to be there. All right. Jermaine likes Thompson over 6.5 rebounds, says he gets this all the time. Blake likes the under here. Jermaine says under. This says the head-to-heads are going under. Final. Robert says maybe the series gets extended with Foster in there. Kane is on the Cavs first half money line. I think that's it for the crew in the chat. Let's move on to Western Conference action now with the Thunder here on the road against the Lakers. The Lakers, they've continually kind of been doubted a little bit, right? In this particular spot, it seems like the backs to the wall spot. And the Lakers have kind of come through with flying colors. But, am I on the air? Did I just click off? But right now it does feel like it's kind of slipping away against this Thunder team here. We already thought after the last round it was going to be Dunsky, right? Most of me wants to try to take the Lakers here, but I'm not going to do it. If anything, I'm going to be on the Thunder. I'm probably going to go to the total again here because I feel like it's probably the more solid look. 8.5 points is a lot of points here, even if the Lakers do appear well overmatched here right now against the awesome Thunder here, but try to find some way to maybe the Lakers, maybe a low score, maybe a Laker type of game where both teams, if the Lakers can keep them on, and this seems obvious, but if the Lakers can keep them under 100, I'm going to give the Lakers a chance to cover the spread. But will they? Will they here? And if they do, will the Lakers even score enough points in the game? I think that's another major concern. This has to be the toughest spread on the board because the trends are kind of pulling. It feels like in opposite directions, if you want to look at it that way. Look, on one hand, you got Oklahoma City, who's absolutely dominated this matchup, going 8-1 straight up and against the spread against the Lakers since last season. And they also are a team, they're so good, they're so young that the one day rest, it works for them. And the winning streak coming into the game, it's all this is working. Even these are the playoff trends a little bit that show these are what good teams do. And the Thunder are 6-0 in their last 6 overall, and they continue to rate as still the most dominant team a little bit in the playoffs, no matter what you say about Wemby and the Spurs. And like I said, sometimes the best player wins, but if the best team wins, I think that's still Oklahoma City in a way. But I think here large favorites in Game 3 playoff spots, it can be a problem when they're on the road. Large road favorites. It's happened before. Doesn't always, because usually you tighten it up in a game, but this is kind of a one-sided matchup. You don't always get the road team. Yes, sometimes in this situation, even the better team's on the road here, and but it's not always resulting in a near double-digit favorite. And this is a problem for some playoff teams laying big points on the road. That kind of heavily favors a home team down 0-2 in a series like the Lakers here, but still more on the probably just going more on the eye test here for me right now. I hope the Lakers can work it out, but I don't know if they will. I'll probably just take the under as usual. Look, like I already said, game 3 under setup here, 72% now over the last 44 playoff games here, I think, right now in the last 43 game 3 playoff games. And a series with 2-0 leads are producing unders 80% of the time in the postseason here over the last several years. So the Lakers themselves are on a major home under trend. They've cashed the under in 6 straight at crypto. And Oklahoma City obviously has a top-notch defense. It does look like they travel pretty well regardless of whatever the Lakers try to do. Like I said, I believe the Lakers need it. They need to land it in the 90s. They need to land both teams. They need to land they need to land the Thunder under 100, and they need to try to keep pace right there at 100, not get a situation where they end up not being able to score, working so hard to try to keep the Thunder off the scoreboard, and then they go over there and clank it around. So I think the Lakers know they cannot survive a high-scoring game here. That is proven here. If it goes over, the Oklahoma City probably can. I don't know. They'd probably get it over. They'd probably win either way. Who am I kidding? Let's see what you guys have here in this one. I think I'd probably look at this one here. Somewhere in the range of 108.98, maybe 108.98 feels like the final score to me. Let's see what you guys have here in the chat in this one. Okay, here we go. And I want to say hello to Wine Time. Wine Time, that was a great show you had last night. And you know what? I wish I had Wine Time's sport coat. I kind of could dress up a little bit here and fancy myself up. But then everybody say you're trying to look like Wine Time, wearing a fancy coat there. It feels like, he probably was going to go out, and then they called him and say, hey, you got to do this show. And he said, I'll just wear this sport coat. All right, AOD says the only thing that worries me about Thompson's rebound foul trouble there. Lakers first half money line for Kane. Stop Gio is here. Robert McCormick's going to lay those points. Razor's here. And he says the Lakers, it's at home, right? This has got to be the spot for the Lakers here. Look at this record covering the spread at home right now. But the Thunder rolling over everybody here, and they've been going over. So I might be a little bit contrarian here. Give me the under in this one. The total in the Thunder, Oklahoma City, 5 of the last 6 at LA, says Razor. That supports my position here, I think. Oklahoma City, a little bit of struggle bus there on Saturdays, apparently, but Lakers under against conference competition. Lakers under when they're a dog. So, okay, good. I got a few trends supporting me there, and I'll go with the under here in this one. The one thing that's really bumming me out is that, Luka just keeps getting farther and farther away from reappearing here in this series. I mean, could they really get him in Game 5? And if so, will they even get to Game 5? Elise Mertens just defeated Jasmine Paolini. That's not great. I had Paolini there, but Mertens, a veteran, takes care of Paolini. Okay, here's Blake says Lakers and under. And or maybe Wine Time, he just went, he wrapped up the show and then went right to the club in that jacket, probably. OKC is difficult to watch. Obviously, I could talk about, what might be the storyline in this game. The Lakers obviously very, very upset, but this is basketball. You actually heard you heard what JJ Redick said after the game? Basically said, if we were like Oklahoma City a little bit and we didn't let the calls bother us, maybe we would get more calls. No, I don't think he said it quite like that, but that's what it seemed like. Basically, though, they say, LeBron is like, a player like SGA that can kind of flail his body around, and maybe he's able. When LeBron flails his body around, he practically kills the guy guarding him just by the sheer size, and so maybe his fouls look a lot different there. But you know what? I mean, I really think the refs got an agenda, I guess, but I don't know. I'm just they were whining after the game. You saw Reeves. You wonder if his arm's okay there. He got wrapped up there and definitely got hurt on that play, but they tried to break his arm. All right, I guess that's it for this one. I'm going to take the under. Let me move under here with Oklahoma City and the Lakers tonight. Let's go to the hockey here right now and keep it moving on the morning steam show with
final.
With the Hurricanes on the road here, taking on the Flyers in this one. And another one here, we're really dealing with all of our playoff sports here with the trailing teams have 0. That's what they have. The trailing teams have 0. Carolina just absolutely smashing right now. And Philly's lost 3 in a row, obviously, here right now, and could wrap it up here as Carolina just keeps on keep on rolling. Is this going to be it? Does feel like it's going to be it, guys. I mean, maybe I've tried Philadelphia. I give up. I gave them the chance. I said Game 3 was it. That was the one they had to get. They don't get that one. I don't know if they get the gentleman's sweep here. Carolina's been so dominant. Last time was even more dominant there in the 4-1 victory. They've outscored them here 10-3 in the series right now. Carolina's 7-0 in the postseason. So, maybe this is the one for the Flyers, but I already got burned here trying them before, thinking that they could grab one. I said I said Game 3 has got to be the one, doesn't it? If maybe not. Maybe Game 4 is the one, but I'm not gonna waste my money finding out here. I think I prefer Carolina here in this one, and I'd probably just lay the puck line. Figure they're dominating, and that this is going to be an elimination game anyways. They'll put the extra one in, whatever it takes here when the Philadelphia is either getting blown out or they need to fool the goalie here. I think the profile is Carolina finishes it off here. And, look, $1.92, just expensive here. I'd probably try to massage it into a -1, minus 165 or something or whatever it is. But, I try to keep it basic here on the show. So I'll just say it's going to be a puck line. They get an extra one in there. Maybe they do win by 2 goals. Maybe they lead by 2 goals comfortably earlier than that. I will say this, playoff favorites of $1.40 or higher have been terrible long-term ROI despite winning at a solid rate. They're usually favored by a little bit too much, and that's the case here in this game, unfortunately. So, yeah, if you're taking Carolina like I am, you're probably not getting any value here. This line probably, if it was just a regular season game, even if the teams were on a winning streak like Carolina here, might be a little bit less than nearly $2 here in this one. Carolina's 8-0 straight up in their last 8, 6-1 straight up on the road, and they've won just 11 of the last 12 meetings against the Philadelphia Flyers. So I think more importantly, Philadelphia doesn't fit into the trailing team bounce back concept in this one because they just haven't been competitive in this series. And now they face a Hurricane defense that's allowing 2.8 goals per game, and the Flyers are probably projected here just barely over 2 goals, I would imagine, against this defense. So Carolina's structure, the playoff, the way they play here in the playoffs is exactly the type that tends to survive on the road here, and I think they'll probably get it. Zigzag and trailing series systems usually work best when the inferior team is still generating quality chances. That's just not happening. So Philadelphia looks overwhelmed, and I'll probably just take Carolina here on the puck line today to wrap it up. Actually, the total might even be stronger here, but just want to kind of jump on the bandwagon here a little bit with Carolina, I think, right now. But Carolina's gone under in 9 of their last 10. Philadelphia's gone under in 5 straight, and 5 straight head-to-heads between these two teams have gone under, and that also kind of aligns with elite defensive teams and strong goaltending against, explosive. The Flyers are one of those teams. They have an explosive offense, and when they run up against a quality opponent, this is what's going to happen right now. So, uh, league-wide overs have been profitable in this situation over the last 4 seasons. When you have the closeout or the potential closeout game, when it is a closeout game, it usually is an over. But I don't know if it's going to be that way here tonight, and probably look to the under, probably get something in the range of 3-1 here. Maybe it's 3-2, and that's going to be hard. So you really can't take one, or you got to take one or the other. I think in the game tonight, side or total, be hard to get the puck line and an under there maybe. But 4-1. I guess what was the score last game? Well, 4-1. So maybe it'll be 4-1 again. All right, let's see what the chat says here in this one, and we've got. Nine Legacy says Pistons on the spread, Thunder on the spread, Hurricanes puck line. And Robert likes the Canes here to get it done on the road, and Blake says go under. All right, not much from the crew, so I'll move on to the Western Conference now.
Critical notice.
And let's go to the Avalanche taking on the Wild. Here we go, another 2-0, but hey, I'm ready to go the other way in this one. Colorado's awesome. I know it. Everyone knows it, but don't sell Minnesota short here in this one. Obviously, Wallstedt's going to need a better game. And do we even have Wallstedt even confirmed here? Could it be a goalie change tonight with Gus? I don't think so. But let's call it up and see what's going on here. Was some talk that maybe the Wild would get out of the Wallstedt business here, as Mike might say tonight, but I don't think they would. And Avalanche here, just $1.30 online. That might be enough for some people to get involved here with the Avalanche tonight. Well, I imagine any price. They don't care, but I don't know if I'm not getting my best price. So I think that's why I'm going to take it here on the show and take the Wild in this one. The Colorado's been awesome here, no doubt. Don't need to tell anybody that. But to me, this is classic. Underdog becomes attractive. Colorado. This is yes, 9 straight wins, 10 straight on the road. I get all that. Teams leading playoff series are historically poor investments, especially in the range of $1.15 to $1.35, where this one is, and that's where your ROI remains negative, even though you can come away with some wins. So just long term, maybe even the Wild is a value here, but still road favorite off of a series win profile has been pretty bad historically, about minus 25% ROI in the last 10 years, but still, we know that Minnesota is going to have to overcome the confidence factor here after losing the first 2 games. And Colorado looks pretty darn good, but the Wild are 6-1 straight up in their last 7 home games, and now they return home in the desperation environment here, and I think their crowd will rally them up a little bit here. Colorado, we know they've been the overall better team, but situationally, I gotta like Minnesota, I think, here in this one. Now, I think the total is kind of different than the other game, right? I mean, we've already seen one of the craziest games in NHL history in the 9-6 game in game 1, and even last game went over in game 2 in the 5-2 win for Colorado. So Colorado's gone over in 4 of their last 5, and Minnesota's gone over in 5 of 6. So both teams are still producing here right now, and recent playoff-wide over trends where the first 2 games have gone over, that usually has been generating positive returns over the last 4 years, despite long-term traditional postseason expectations that teams tighten up in that role. But over kind of since the pandemic, when it's an offensive series, it remains offensive even in today's NHL. Colorado averaging 3.7 goals per game, while Minnesota sits at about 3.4. So I think both clubs are comfortable. We've seen playing that fast transition style. Minnesota's urgency as well, trailing here at home, should force same offensive aggression, I think, for Minnesota here tonight. Colorado's going to have that confidence coming in, and their current scoring form, I would think, would make it unlikely that they're going to go into a shell to try to prevent Minnesota from peppering them, and they'll just be just fine. That could spell doom actually for Minnesota. But I think for one night, I'm feeling like 4-3. Maybe it'll be 3-3 after regulation. Philly Eagle Flyer. Are we going to take some ties here? Maybe even if Minnesota wins. I mean, I'm thinking 4-3 or 5-3 here, and I think Minnesota can win this one. So, all right. Also, teams losing by multiple goals in prior playoff games do respond well in the follow-up contest. And not only that, they often increase the tempo, and those games go over as well. So, Minnesota needs, flush it and respond aggressively. That's what Minnesota should be doing here, I think, and I think it'll work tonight. Let's see what the chat has to say in this one. Heish is here in the chat. Nuke Worker says Canes on the puck line, 9 Legacies on the Avalanche here on the puck line. Nuke also, Nuke has taken the Wild in this one. Jim's on the Wild, so is Robert. There's a lot of Wild here. Philly Eagle Flyer likes that over trifecta. Blake's on the Avs money line. Philly Eagle Flyer says, yeah, sprinkle that draw here tonight. And Jim says, Nuke was on the Habs yesterday. Why didn't I listen to Nuke? I mean, I'm only mad at myself because, I've been riding Montreal. I just, I'm kind of caught up in the Buffalo emotion. And don't forget, or you don't care, but I know I've said it on the show so far. I'm holding a Buffalo futures ticket. I don't want to be that guy to kind of, hedge on the air from I got a great price, man. I took him right at the start of that second winning streak. I'm talking the winning streaks back at the, just when they were starting getting going. I'm sitting here with Buffalo at 40-1, and why get greedy? Just play the total. That's what I should be doing. Canes and Avs for Nick, and Nuke. No, not that Nuke, writes down every play I make or anything like that. He's got his own plays, but I know Nuke knows I've been a Montreal guy here, and I wasn't. All right, Nick says he has a Canes sweep ticket, 3-1. I guess that's it for the hockey here tonight. Enjoy the games. Let's go to the major leagues with a great card today. Now, no early games or no East Coast day games. They're like twilight games a little bit, late afternoon games, but that's okay. Major League Baseball card will start at 3 Eastern today, and let's get rolling with that. Here we go. Let's start it off with the first game in Toronto and talk about the Angels with Jack Honowitz going up here against the Blue Jays and Trey Yesavage. Two good young pitchers from last season into this season. They both look steady. Yesavage, especially here, great numbers so far. 0.96 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, 1-1 record, just getting his season going. Kahanowitz has already looked pretty good. 3.04 ERA, 2-1 record. He's expanded his arsenal here a little bit this season, and he's looked pretty good. The Angels have won 2 of 3 coming in, despite kind of having their struggles, but Yesavage also is if he keeps pitching like he did last year, no reason why he shouldn't have a decent outing here. It feels like against the Angels. Yeah, the Angels won 2 of 3, but look who won yesterday. Still, it was 2-0. Dylan Cease was in there. I get that, but I don't want to say that Yesavage is Dylan Cease, but still a pretty good pitcher. And the Angels, I got them. I have them last. I guess maybe I could find another team to put them below, but right now the Angels are last in the league for me, number 30 overall at 15-24. Jays are trying to get it in gear here at 17-21 right now, but hey, they are 11-8 here at home, 13-10 as a favorite here. $1.70 is a little bit up there here, but maybe it could be a run line here today for Toronto, just mostly because the Angels don't perform well in Toronto. we know the Angels are struggling overall here, but like I said, they won a couple, and I don't know. I don't even think they can surprise here anyway. Let me get your opinions on this one, because I think that's the overall feeling in the end, is that the Angels just don't win here. Toronto has won Angels have lost 7 straight on the road. Both clubs are trending heavily to the under right now. Angels are under in 8 of their last 10, and the Blue Jays are under in 5 of their last 8 games coming into this one. So let's see what you have, though, here with the Angels taking on the Jays here in this one. And we'll hear from you in the chat. Whoops. Oops, hold on a moment here. I've lost my final. I hope I'm still on the air here. I've lost the tab. I've lost the tab for the show, but I think I'm still on the air. Okay. There I am. Okay. Will the show ever continue? And okay, there we go. And I should have restarted my computer. Jays are too pricey for Nuke. Josh says Minnesota not winning. I think he's talking about the hockey game. Blake says Toronto under. Can't trust the Jays on the run line either. I might do it, Nuke. I might do it because these Angels are looking bad. Andrew says James Harden has a bad record when Scott Foster is the crew chief. Guess he takes it out. How about yesterday with that? Talking about that Minnesota game in Finch, he criticized Tony Brothers. I guess Chris Finch didn't end up going to karaoke with Tony Brothers after the game. And hey, if anybody knows, I mean, if you've ever been out with Tony Brothers on a night at karaoke in NBA cities nationwide, it is an event, and you might want to hook up. Well, not hook up with Tony Brothers. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You just hang out. Tony Brothers is a great guy to hang out and do some karaoke with. All right, doesn't mean you got to go home with him. All right, Robert's here on the Angels on the run line here. Jay's offense struggling here, says Nuke. That might prevent him from getting that run line going there. Here is Kane says the Blue Jays aren't much better than the Angels right now. That is terrible. That is, I mean, obviously that is a downplay of the Blue Jays, because we know the Angels aren't very good. So I don't know. I want to think the Blue Jays should be better. All right, Philly Eagle Flyer. 9 games are tied after the second inning. Philly Eagle Flyer must be eating caviar for breakfast today. Lopez over in his total bases, 9 legacy on the Blue Jays, and Philly Eagle Flyer will take the Jays total to go there. How about it? All right, man. I am going to take the Jays on the run line. Oh, well, I'll do it. Give me the Jays here. I'll lay it today. I don't have faith in the Angels right now. Next up, here we go. Athletics. Aaron Savali on the mound up against here. Shane Baz. Savali's been pretty good here. 2.94 ERA, 3-1 record. For Shane Baz, he had a 5 ERA and a 1-3 record coming in. The A's continue to play well. I think they went out and did themselves good to get some of these pitchers that they did. They kind of upgraded a little bit, just kind of like to those mid-range pitchers. I mean, they're not going to win any. Well, I don't know. Maybe they will win the division against Seattle and Houston. Hey, they're 20-18 right now, but Orioles 17-22. The A's come in having won 2 straight, but impressive yesterday, getting the 4-3 win here in this one against the O's here, and they kind of own the O's a little bit here over the last season or two. A's do come in here uh, 9-13, 8-13 to the under on the road, but Baltimore's 26-13 to the over overall here. The A's are an underdog in this game. They just looked pretty terrific last game. Baltimore just lost to Miami, lost yesterday's game to the A's. They did win the series against Miami, but Baltimore hasn't been necessarily too impressive. Savali, this guy might be, granted, the numbers are good. If you watched him pitch, you wouldn't think he's a guy with a sub-3 ERA, but you know what? He finds a way to get it done. I got to like the A's in this spot. You got to give them to me. Give me the A's here on the road against Baltimore today. A little bit of plus money, honey. Let's see what you guys have in this one. The A's are 11-4 in their last 15 road games and 4-1 in their last 5 against the O's. Shane Baz has a 1.53 whip. And Baltimore, they're not exactly going over because of their massive offense, although the offense isn't bad. But mostly it's because of the pitching. So let's see what you got here in this one. But I'm going to take the A's again. What I'm saying is the A's went out, right? We know the A's are not going to be a team that's going to go out there and, get a bunch of high-priced pitchers right now. Now, I think they will start to spend even more money once they arrive in Vegas. And it seems like they went up just a little bit to the next level, getting guys like Savali and Sebi and who's the other guy? who am I thinking of here? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So the A's are kind of going for that mid-level pitcher, keeping them in games. And you know what? Today, they're going to get a really good effort here out of Savali. Baz could pitch better than his numbers today. I'll say that. I don't think he's going to blast him here, but I like the A's in this one. And maybe it's going to be an under, but we'll see. Let's see what the chat says here with this one. A's for Blake. 9 legacies on the O's, though. And Razor says American League games for Baltimore has been going over. I believe here we've just had a goal in the Italian League game here. Robert here on the A's. Robert's on the over. A's are 11, and there it is, Razor. Wow, look at that. The total's going over here when the A's in May are like the rain in Spain. Razor says Baltimore's been going under against American League competition. Udinese scores against Cagliari today. All right. Philly Eagle Flyer says today's on the Jays, it's on the Royals, it's on the Giants. And Baltimore 1-8 on Saturday. Man, they don't like Saturday. They should be sleeping in, watching the morning cartoons. All right, let's hope so. I'm going to take the A's in this one. Nationals on the road. They're taking on the Miami Marlins here. The Nationals are heating up all of a sudden here. A little bit of a winning streak, 3 in a row. And Miami, they struggled here of late, 17-22 right now. And, Washington, they're not hitting like they did for the first month of the season. They definitely went cold here last 10 games or so. They've kind of wiped out some of the awesome offense they had that had them kind of ranked high because they definitely went in the tank here a little bit. But they've won some games here right now, impressively, 3 in a row. They beat the Marlins yesterday 3-2. And they've won 13 of 20 on the road. Pretty impressive. Miami here right now, 13-10 as a favorite. Washington's 24-13 to the over. Miami is 22-15 to the over. But I don't know if this one's going to go over here with Zach Littell. The numbers aren't good for Littell. He's bringing shame to the Littell name with a 7.23 ERA and a 1-4 record. Meanwhile, Jansen Junk, as we might like to call him now, but for Junk here, 2.81 ERA, 2-3 record, but 1.04 ERAs look pretty good here, and I'm feeling that he's probably going to look okay here in this start too. But I think Littell here could supersede his season here so far and have one of his better games right now, mostly because Miami's offense really hasn't been too stellar here of late. They did get in that high-scoring series with Baltimore, but I'm not going to put too much too much into that, if you know what I mean. Junk is a clear starter edge statistically over Littell, but Washington's road form does make this one more of an interesting game here. And I don't know if Junk at this price, it does seem a little bit too high. As bad as Littell has been, could say here you're playing kind of a similar team. Not similar, I won't say it like that. But we know Washington has a better record here than Miami still. So, like I said, I think Littell has a little bit better start than what we've seen out of him. Junk is fine. Now, he probably could regress against any team at any moment. So, here at $1.55, yeah, the run line might be a little stiff here for taking the Nationals here on the road on the run line, anyways, at plus $1.60. So give me the Nats here in this one at plus $1.30 over the Marlins here. I'll try it. Look, I like Junk, but I don't like I think Junk here is at a swap meet right now, and he's not doing a very good bargain because $1.50-ish doesn't feel too great. And it's still mostly, I'm seeing some $1.60s out there even. The rent is too damn high. I'm going to have to try. Washington. All right, let's see if the chat has anything here in this one. It's going to be Washington. Nats first 5 money line here for Lake. Robert here is on the over, and that's it. And hey, everyone, listen to me. You can count. I give you a play here on every game, every day, and in Major League Baseball, you can count the losses in the last 2 days on one hand. So let's have some winners here and respect the capper. All right, here we go. Keep it going right now with respect to cap. Rays here on the road, taking on the Red Sox. Hey, look at this pitching matchup. Got
final
Nick Martinez going here in this one. 1.71 ERA for Martinez, a 3-1 record, and a 102 whip. Martinez doesn't mow him down, but he gets him out. He's up against Peyton Toll, 2.03 ERA, 1-1 record. Toll looks like the real deal. 0.74 whip. He's got 23 strikeouts. He's more of a strikeout guy here right now. And, as good as the Rays have been, got a little matchup here for sure. After the Red Sox won yesterday's game, don't forget, they were able to knock off the Rays in that one just 2-0 with a great pitching matchup there. Remember yesterday is Connerly early went 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, and kind of outdueled Jesse Schultens there. Went 4 2/3 innings, but Boston got the win, and that one 2-0. So, look, I think you're going to see another tight game. This one's already gone from 8 down to 7.5 here in this one. I think you're going to see going to get some Fenway low-scoring Fenway ball this time. Tampa certainly is in better form than the Red Sox. Martinez has been excellent. Both starting pitchers rate pretty well. The Rays, of course, have gone under in 11 of their last 13 games. Now, a lot of those have been at home. But went, yesterday 2-0, obviously, and let's see what you think in this one with Tampa Bay on the road taking on the Red Sox here in this one. I think we're just going to see another pitcher's duel. I think maybe that's the direction I would take it here. Toll, that's a pretty big price here, $1.55 against this Rays team. Is that a typo? Come on. Give me the Rays again. Come on. I don't care if they lost 2-0. I'm taking them again. Give me the Rays. I think Martinez deals here. It may end up being another low-scoring game, and maybe the Red Sox will get it. But I think we're going to see a pitcher's duel. Maybe that will increase the chances here of less of a blowout possibility. You know what I mean? Less volatility. And I think the Rays can still do it. I know they lost, but, man, $1.30 with this team right now. I think I got to go with the Rays again. Here's Blake on the under 9 legs. He says Nationals and Rays for a parlay. Bobby Mack's going to try the Rays here. Want to say Monero there. I don't know what that little thing is flashing. Kick. Those people are so nice over there on Kick. Philly Eagle Flyer says on the under. Lean Red Sox game tied after 2 innings. And Robert, we'll take the over, though, in this one. I think Robert and I are going to go heads up there a little bit on this one, but there's no doubt that the value is on the over here. The under has moved pretty much full half a run, but I'm going to chase the move here a little bit. I'll probably look under. Give me the Rays. It was my official play here on the Morning Steam Show. Next up, Astros on the road taking on the Reds. Spencer Arrighetti here. We talked about all the problems that the Astros were having with their starting pitching. Well, at least they added Arrighetti back 4 games ago, and what has he done? He's won all 4 starts. 1.95 ERA. He is the anchor of this Astros team right now, and this almost a stopper here at this point. They're still got a long way to go here. This offense, if they can get any pitching going, they can certainly get back in the race. They're not even close to being out of it in this American League West, and the offense is for real. So Arrighetti here, they're going to get some other guys back. The Reds are in a big slump. Chase Burns, 2.19 ERA, 3-1 record, 102 whip. We know how awesome Burns has been, but the Reds are struggling here. This one shapes up as a pitcher's duel extraordinaire. It feels like with these two here tonight. Let's see what you have in this one with these two. Arrighetti, man, 1.3 whip here. Pretty good numbers right now, although Houston is 7-13 on the road. Reds here, though, have dropped 8 in a row and 9 of their last 10 coming in. So, look, the Astros got it done yesterday, 10-0. And even though Burns has been a little bit, strong here, the Astros maybe have him neutralized here a little bit with Arrighetti. I guess if you looked at Burns has got the more impactful repertoire right now, but Arrighetti's done a great job. There's no doubt. Don't overlook Arrighetti in this spot. But the Reds are 8-0 right now, 0-8 right now in their last 8 games. So both teams have been going over. Bullpen for Houston here, 6.21 ERA. The two teams are combined 49 and 26 to the over. But will these two pitchers, maybe under first 5 would be the way to go, because of these two starting pitchers are pretty excellent here. And then the bullpen, especially the Houston bullpen, not so much. So I'm going to go with the under here in this one and hope that these guys carry it long enough that it does stay under. You got to worry about those bullpens. Maybe Houston is the side at this price because the Reds are struggling here right now. They've wiped out nearly all of those wins from the start of the season. They're still a game over 500, which is let's see here, 4 games better than Houston here currently, but it does feel like Houston has their best momentum. They keep alternating wins and losses right now, but the Reds have this losing streak here. So let's see what you have though in this one, and I'll just take the under here with Houston. I'll take another, me, I'm gonna take an under here. All right, here we go. Let's see what the chat has to say. Razor says, look, this has gone over in 13-15 at that bread box down there, and Houston's been going over massive as well, which we did say. I mean, no doubt the trends would say these two teams are trending over. Cincinnati, big time over at home. But I'm just going to trust these starters here. And like I said, maybe I should be going first 5, but I just don't do that on the show. Blake says Astros first 5 money line, 9 legacies on. The Reds on the run line. Astros here for Robert. Razor says Houston struggled in their head-to-head matchup here with Cincinnati of late, which is interesting, right? Because there's no doubt that, Cincinnati hasn't been any better than Houston. It feels like, right? And it even gets worse here. It says in the small park. Also, Houston goes over on Saturdays, don't we all? And Philly Eagle Flyer says the pitching is good. We'll take tied after the second inning. Rockies and Phillies here, action for Saturday with Colorado on the road here. Pretty big underdog here for a team going against this Philly team right now. Aaron Nola, 5.06 ERA coming in this one for Nola. Kyle Freeland, 5.04 ERA. They both have 5 ERAs here. Colorado's a team that's won 2 in a row here right now after beating Philadelphia yesterday 9-7 in 11 innings. And, of course, they won their previous game against the Mets, even though they lost that series. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they lost to the A's 12-1, and then they lost that game yesterday. They gave them 21 runs in the last 2 games. Colorado comes in here 8-12 on the road so far this season. Phillies, like we said, we know they've been hot, no doubt. Just a little hiccup here over the last couple of games. Remember, they were on a hot streak ever since Mattingly came in here right now. But watch out. Colorado might have at least a little bit of an even matchup here. Look, who's got the better record between these two teams? Sure, Philly by 1 whole game. So I guess we just looked on the surface and say, well, come on, $1.95. We know in the end, Philadelphia, Colorado's going to, fade probably a little bit here, but it doesn't look to be like a whole total distinct disadvantage here in this game necessarily. And it's not $1.90 though, is it? Golly, it is. Well, look, I show one very square offshore book at about $1.90. The sharp books are probably more closer to $1.75. So let me put it down to $1.75 because I don't know. Rockies got the money yesterday. Rockies got the run line there. We got the win there yesterday, and I was on them. And you know what? I might want to try them again here today. Phillies might be playing down to their competition here a little bit in this one. And I don't think that price is very reflective of what's going on here right now with these two teams. I will say this. I don't think the Colorado running line is a great value here at minus $1.35, but I'm going to take it. Give me Colorado here, plus the 1.5 at minus $1.35. Let's see what the chat has to say here. I would probably kind of think we get run production in the matchup anyway. I mean, Nolan Freeland, we already said they have these +5 ERAs, both clubs trending over. Yeah, I think Phillies are good for 5, maybe 6 here routinely. See what the chat says here in this one. It's going to be, Blake says, take the Rockies game to go over. 9 Legacy on the run line. Philly Flyers going to go over there as well. And Robert here going to go under here in this one. All right. And I'm going to take the Rockies here on the run line. Next up, the Twins are on the road taking on the Guardians. I guess they glued Joe Ryan's arm back on his body, and he's going to go out there and pitch. Does he got loose bodies in his elbow? Does he have loose bone chips? Does he have bone spurs? Does he have calcium deposits? Does he have I thought he was going I thought he was going to be half dead after he left the game last week, and then they said that, they were expecting him to miss time, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're back. Hey, let's get you back out there. Maybe there's some pressure here to get going with Minnesota struggling here. Ryan, a 3.72 ERA, but he can't be healthy. I mean, really. All that panic and worry, and now he's okay all of a sudden. Now, Tanner Bybee's got an ERA of sub-2 ERA at home this year. His ERA is 4.57 overall, but he's far better at home here right now. And I have to think that this is a good spot here probably for Cleveland. I would think Cleveland might be able to put up some numbers here in this one, actually. If maybe Ryan will prove healthy, but that's a red flag to me. I'd probably just at least fade it one time and see if there's a problem here, especially with Minnesota just 6-13 on the road overall. Cleveland 10-7 at home coming in. Cleveland got the win yesterday, 6-4. So they won their 3rd straight game. They split that series with Kansas City. Meanwhile, Minnesota, remember, lost a series to Washington. They've lost 3 straight games coming in here right now. I think I'm going to go over here as my play on the show, but maybe I'm going to be finding my way to the home team here and got to have some premiums today. This feels like it. I mean, Cleveland, not only that, they own the head-to-head trend as well. Twins have lost 8 of their last 9 on the road. Bybee's shaky on the road, but at home he's been much different. And I think Minnesota here, they've gone over in 6 of their last 7 Both teams have vulnerable ERAs, but Cleveland might be picking it up. I'm going to go with the over in this one. Let's go to the chat, see what they have to say here with this matchup. With Blake is on Cleveland here, and Robert's on the under. Ryan Legacy's on the Guardians run line. Robert likes Cleveland here. Hello to LG Games. His OBS system crashed out. Man, I love when we have the OBS and that scoreboard tickers at the bottom. I wish I had that. I wish I had the fancy. I got to go on the shows, man. These guys are doing an incredible job. I just sit here watching them. Banzuru from Kick. I'm going to be selective with my kick, but that looks good. Cubs and Rangers here with Edward Cabrera. He's up against Jack Leiter here. Now, I know Jack Leiter's had some struggles, but you know what? I might be willing to take a look at Leiter here in this one to at least hold the Cubs a little bit in check. I mean, nobody's doing that right now. The Cubs look like world beaters, man. They look like they're better than anybody. They're better than the Dodgers, maybe. Maybe it could be the Cubs and the Yankees in the World Series. That hasn't happened since 1941. The Yankees won all 3 World Series they played the Cubs. Wouldn't that be an interesting World Series? Cabrera here, 3.26 ERA, 3-0 record. Jack Leiter, 5.44 ERA, 1-3 record. I think Leiter is better than that, but your stats are what they are, and Chicago is what they are right now. Chicago's on fire here with a winning streak, double-digit winning streak. They are just 9-7 on the road. Texas is 7-9 at home. We know what Texas does at home. They go under. And I'm going to take the under in this one. We're going to keep the winning going. We're going to have another big day, and I'm going to try my best to kind of stick with the program here. And I'm going to go under in this one. It stayed under by half a run yesterday. Look, the Cubs might actually – Cabrera's not special, but you know what? His numbers are solid enough here, and he is 3-0 after all. And the Cubs have this massive winning streak here, double-digit winning streak that feels like they have the better starter. The Texas home under trend is real right now. It is currently, what is the latest here numbers? 2-13 to the under in 15 home games so far this season. Cubs are an over team, but remember, I always say go with the home team trend over the road trend, right? Because those road trends are more reflective of inefficient offenses and stuff like that. The home team plays at home every time. I mean, talk about a road team. They're road here and there. So I'm going to have to go with the under here in this one with Cubs and the Rangers. Chicago's got an over trend for sure, and you got Leiter's numbers. But on the show here, I'm going with the under between the Cubs and the Rangers in this one. Hey, Mariano Narbone just beat FAA right now. Navone got the win over FAA. He was a dog in that one, I think, but he looked pretty good there, getting the win over Felix. All right, let's keep it moving here in the major leagues. I'm having a great time here on the Morning Steam show. Going next to the Mariners. Where's Mariners on the road taking on the White Sox. Now, this Luis Castillo is not looking great here. Luis right now, 6.29 ERA, 0-3 record. Mariners have won 2 in a row. The White Sox, we know, are bad. Anthony Kay, I talk about all these, oh, man, look at the White Sox. Here's another good young pitcher. Anthony Kay has not shown yet that he is part of that process. 5.7 ERA, 1-1 record. White Sox have lost 3 straight coming in. Lost 2 to the Angels and then lost the opener here, giving up 12 runs yesterday. We did say yesterday that, hey, I like the Mariners because they dominate the White Sox. And you guys cautioned me a little bit. Look, I'm in as White Sox as anybody here, I think, on some of these. I mean, I think they're a profitable team here, even with the 17-21 record. Seattle trying to get to 500 finally tonight. And I just think that dominance over them is going to carry them again here in this one. And maybe the Castillo is hasn't been good. I can't tell you that he is, but Anthony Kay has not been good, and Seattle owns these guys for sure. They own the matchup. White Sox have lost 4 of 5. Totals is a little bit thin here in this one, and I know that I like to go under with some of these White Sox, but I don't think so tonight. You're probably going to find this one somewhere on the premium network, maybe with some runs here with these two starters right now, but I'm going to take the Mariners here on the road as my play here on the Morning Steam Show. Let's see what the chat had to say in this one with... And, Jackson, DC, he's got me on this side. Maybe he's got me on the side. Maybe he's got me on the total. I don't even think he knows what I'm talking about, but I hope it goes crazy. Cubs for Blake on the run line. Roberts on the under here. 9 Legacies, Texas money line. Mariners run line. Roberts on the Mariners on the money line. All right, that's it from the crew on that one. We move on. Tigers on the road here, taking on the Royals. And Bert Smith goes here for Detroit. Bert Smith ain't some hot young rookie here. Bert Smith is 36 years old. He's been around the block a few times. He's been in the major leagues about 13 years. So, look, Detroit's going to have to piece together their situation here. Not only do they have, some injuries there going with it, but also Framber's got that suspension. Man, Framber's going to lose. Framber makes so much money, he's got a 5-game suspension, meaning basically one start, he's going to miss $800,000. Man, what does this guy make? $25 million a year? Anyways, for Bert Smith, good numbers, but like I said, this is going to be pieced together a little bit for the Detroit Tigers here today. I don't even know who's going to be appearing for Detroit in this game. I would imagine, if I had to piece it together, Ty Madden maybe is supposed to be the bulk guy, but who's going to pitch tomorrow if Ty Madden pitches today? And on top of that, who's going to pitch on Sunday? That's how screwed up things are right now for the Detroit starting rotation. Between Framber and Flaherty and Montero, they really got to go to the bullpen here big time. So you're going to see Bert Smith. You're going to see Emmanuel DeJesus. You're going to see Ricky Benasco. Probably going to see some Hanapi in there. You're probably going to see... I'm probably not going to see Finnegan. He was in there blowing the save yesterday. Herter came in there and lost the game, and he pitched 30 pitches. So maybe Tyler Holton. He got a hold yesterday, but did throw 14 pitches. So Drew Anderson probably gets in there somehow, and that's what's going to happen for the Tigers today. And they've lost 4 straight. So Kansas City probably in a pretty good spot here. The number, I think, kind of reflects that they're in a pretty good position here. $1.30,
Final.
$35, even $1.40 here at some spots. Here, I think Waka, look, 3.04 ERA, 3-2 record coming in right now, and you do see these two. I mean, here we are, American League Central action right in this one. So I'll take the under here. Both teams are under in 7 of their last 10 games coming in, but probably going to try to find a way to use the Royals here today for a stronger pick, I think, right now. Waka's a stabilizing force for this Kansas City team that's actually won 6 of their last 8 games right now. The series profile is under heavy as well, not only an American League Central game, but when these two teams meet, it has been mostly an under win. Detroit takes on Kansas City. So I think that's just kind of the way I'm looking at this one. And I'll go to the chat to see what you guys have to say here with Detroit on the road here, taking on Kansas City. American League Central action on Saturday night. Let's go to the chat and see what you folks have to say. You heard me. So let's see what we got. Royals first 5 here for Blake. Robert likes the over, though, here in this one. And Royals for Robert and 9 Legacies on the Royals on the run line. Hey, thanks to the chat all-stars that are here today. And hey, they'll be eligible for a drawing here at the end of the show. I'm going to give away 1 month of my picks. So hopefully we'll keep the winning coming. All right, let's go to this next one here. One of the best games of the day between the Yankees and the Brewers with Cam Schlittler. He's up against Kyle Harrison, and Kyle Harrison's been looking pretty good. And when you got those Yankee bats swinging, Harrison here and Schlittler are going to be in a surefire pitchers duel today. Give me the under. I can already tell you right now. Go with the under. I'm done. I don't know if I can trust the Yankees here at $1.50 right now after losing that game yesterday, and they couldn't even get a run and the 6-0 loss, but I'll probably take the under here. I think Harrison's going to deal on these guys, and I think Schlittler's going to be bringing the heat. And I think we'll see a pitcher's duel. Schlittler, 1.52 ERA, 5-1 record. Harrison, 2.12 ERA, 3-1 record. Coming in, Brewers still riding here, 20-16 right now. And the Yankees are terrific. We know that. They did get beat, obviously, yesterday. Brewers are 3-6 to the under in their last 9. Yankees are 6-12 to the under in their 18 road games so far this season. Give me the under here in this one with the Yankees and the Brewers. I'm on the under. The Yankees, that offense is great, but Mizorowski yesterday, I think they said he threw 10 pitches over 100 miles an hour and topped out at 103. Wow. I don't think Harrison's not going to do that, but Harrison's pretty good. Watch out. I think the Brewers, Brewers got all this great starting, and now they've got Harrison too. It's pretty good. It's not, it's pretty decent. Watch out in this one. Be looking maybe to get some under action. Yankees here, $1.35, $1.40. Let's see what the chat has to say. Here we go with the chat, and it's going to be under for Cash Kane. Robert's on the Brewers here. Under for Blake. Andrew's on the Yanks. Stein Legacy says Brewers money line and over with Harrison strikeouts. That's a winner right there. Next up, the Cardinals are on the road taking on my Padres with Strandy Vasquez here for Vasquez. 3.20 ERA and a 3-1 record. Dusty May, 5.15 ERA, 3-3 record coming in. 1.53 the whip for May. Vasquez, 1.17 whip. He's been very effective and very strong here. I think we're going to see good performance out of Vasquez here. Padres did lose last night 6-0 on that terrible error. I don't know if the Cardinals would even scored more than a couple of runs, but Padres need to score as well. Cardinals come in here 13-5 on the road. Padres have lost 7 of their last 10, but they've gone 13-10 as a favorite this season. Padres are 9-13 to the under as a favorite coming into this one. I like the under here in this one with the Cardinals and the Padres. I don't know if I have as many good trends here on this one. I'm kind of playing it with that I like Vasquez here, maybe to at least be able to keep these guys in check a little bit. And the Padres have a pretty good significant edge right now in the bullpen. Cardinals also with May, he may have some gaudy numbers, but the Cardinals are 1-5 to the under with May starting here. So Padres haven't looked great offensively here over the last few games, and maybe we'll see an under here in this one. Padres basically here has scored 1 run in the last 2 games here. They look asleep. Let's see what the chat has to say here in this one. And we've got Padres first 5 for Blake. And Andrew says he can't fade Cam Schlittler back there with that Yankee game with his incredible numbers. Padres going to get this one today. It says 9 Legacy. Take him on the run line. Robert likes the under here. Hey, we're doing a good job here. We're almost done here on Night Move, on Morning Steam. What time is it? We'll be back. I'll be back here in 6 hours with the boys, getting ready for the UFC. Here, no early baseball? Could be. nappy poo. No early baseball could be nappy poo. At least until that hockey game starts, grab a couple of hours here. Why not? Mets taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks here with Clay Holmes going for the Mets, 1.7 ERA, 4-2 record. Merrill Kelly, 9.9 ERA for Merrill Kelly. What's wrong with Merrill Kelly? You got to be broken or dead at this point. I would imagine that Merrill Kelly is going to be getting hit here. But watch out, Clay Holmes could deal here and maybe keep him down. But, maybe the Arizona at home can get that offense going. Like I said, they've lost 12 of 14 right now in 8 of their last 10. Mets here are 12-17 as a favorite. We know they have struggled. The Mets have had plenty of problems, but they're starting to pick it up here right now, a little bit anyway. Did win the game there, obviously, yesterday. So let's see what you think here, but I'm going to probably go to the total again in this one. Look, I think the Mets should be able to take this one down here against Kelly in these bad numbers. Holmes has good numbers, like we said, 1.68 ERA and a 0.98 whip. Here, so maybe the Mets might. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Let me see what you guys have. Holmes versus Kelly is the clearest mismatch on this board out of the starting pitchers here right now, and I think the Mets are playable even with their poor form overall. We know they're starting to pick it up. Let me see what the chat has to say. Maybe I need. Robert's on the cards. Oh, in the Padre game, yeah. Okay, forgot. And then Blake is on the Mets here on the run line here. All right. You know what? I'm gonna look. Blake's on him. I'm gonna take him too. Give me the Mets. Look, I want to take the total kind of, but I like this total here. I'm worried. I think the Mets are going to be able to put up some runs here on Kelly. Just going to need some help from Arizona, and can they do it against Holmes? The total's at 8.5, so 9 legacies on the money line. The total's 9. I mean, that 9. The total's 9.5. Oh boy, I knew that. Okay, no, it's 9. Okay, yeah, it's 9 over. I thought so. I mean, there were some 9.5s out there, but I was like, man, I want to use this maybe as a premium, and if it's 9.5, I should just use it as a free play. I think that's okay. Give me the Mets for now, and we're going to look to play this. Look, that's pretty high total, but I still like the over, I think. Give me the Mets here, official play on the show, and subscribers may see this one a little later, as long as it doesn't go up anymore. Okay, here we go. Keep it rolling here. We're almost done on Morning Steam. Pirates with Braxton Ashcraft taking on the Giants, and Landon, don't bring me down, Roop. For the Pirates here, Ashcraft, 3.02 ERA. Good numbers for Roop as well, 3.16 ERA and a 1.08 whip. Ashcraft's 1-2 with a 1.08 whip so far, but has looked pretty decent as well. Giants got the win yesterday with a 5-2 victory over Pittsburgh. Hey, you know what? We were on them a little bit, and not only that, might want to just come right back with them here, I think. Now, I kind of want to look at the total a little bit. Giants are 6-16 to the under as an underdog. They're also 8-11 to the under at home, and the Pirates are 7-11 to the under on the road. Although the Pirates are 13-9 to the over as a favorite here in this one. But Roop has been, I believe, kind of one of the underrated starters here. The numbers aren't, drop dead, but 5-2 record here so far for Roop. He's got plenty of run support, and I think we're going to probably see a pretty good pitching duel here. Maybe the will stay under. Ashcraft has got some solid numbers here as well coming in. I'm going to take the Giants here right now to win this one, but I think these two starters can go at it. Maybe have it under first 5, but I'll be looking to get involved here probably later on at 7.5. Give me the Giants though here right now in this one. And I know Andrew's trying to say Semien, I think, but I don't want to say, because You could
Final.
say the wrong thing there and might get us taken off the air.
Final.
Andrew, be careful. Teasing you, brother. But let's see here. Giants tied after 2 for Billy Flyer. Blake's on the under here. 9 Legacy says run line and 9 Legacy Giants run line and Robert Giants on the run line. Run line for these guys here, or money line for Robert. Okay. Last baseball game here is the Braves taking on the Dodgers here in this one. You've got interesting pitching matchup. You've got 2 guys who are just coming back here. Spencer Strider's been back a little bit, 8.1 ERA. Has not looked good, but you figure he'll get it going here. Blake Snell is making his return here this season. The Dodgers are they're heating up once again. A couple wins in a row here right now, and did take the win there last night, 3-1 in that one. Atlanta's just 2-7 as an underdog here this season. The Dodgers just won 3-1 last night as Braves bats went cold for a night, and I don't know. Let's see. You've got to see what happens with Snell here. Snell before has come off injury and pitched pretty well in the past, particularly at home. Dodgers could easily get a 5 spot here on these guys, I would think. But, if Strider is kind of starting to get his form back a little bit, I think he can make it a little bit tough. Right now, it doesn't look like he has much. So Dodgers should be able to crush here, I think. But I'm going to try the under here in this one. I know both lineups can probably punish here if these guys make any mistakes. But like I said, the Braves are 2-7 to the under so far as an underdog.
Final.
And I'm going to go under in this one with Strider and Snell. Let's go to the chat here. I think we're done with the baseball right now. And nobody says anything. Okay, here we go. Blake is on the Dodgers in the first 5. All right. Hey, Big O. Hi, Big O. Nice to see you. He's got the Pirates in there tonight. Robert's on the Braves on the run line. That might be I don't know. I kind of was thinking the other way. All right. That's it for the baseball. Thank you to the chat all-stars. I think, look, you guys are helping me out, man. I'm having a great last 2 days here for sure. A good week overall, but man, we've been smashing this baseball. All right. Oh, we got the WNBA. Look, one more here. Oh, we got Gorky. Hi, Gorky. I don't know if you heard me the other day. Thank you for being on the team and doing a great job on the broadcast on the live stream the other night. Really awesome of you. And he likes Tiafoe today. Let me see here what I'm looking at. I know I got him too. I know I've got him here. I got him plus 2.5 games right now. Has it started yet? I've been doing a show. Oh, he's next. He is next. All right. Andrew says Dodgers love Saturdays. Braves money line for 9 Legacy. I was going to see if I could add a pick, but let Gorky do the tennis here a little bit. Ostapenko, Gorky, let her. I mean, look, you know what? Hey, nobody minds a few extra. Might be Sharpie's favorite tennis player. Okay, she's got a few extra pounds on her. All right, and right now she's up against Qinwen Zhang. There, how about that Echeverry Bellucci match going the distance here? And what else do I got here going on? I was thinking I could get going here with some of these later matches. I know I haven't looked yet at. Let me see if I can contribute to the tennis here a little bit. Gorky said he needs another match to end, and I got my handicap here ready, and I just hadn't a couple of late matches where I just hadn't gotten to them yet, but I do have my picks. Let me see if I can't add to it here. I'm going to take let me let me contribute to the fun here. I'm going to take fees. I think he's minus 5.5 at minus 130. But I'm going to take Arthur Fees against Pellegrino. Yeah, I know we're in Rome. I know Pellegrino's going to, but to me, Fees right now. I mean, I know he's a big. He's a 1,300 favorite, and I think he's only in 5.5 games here. But it is what it is. Let me see here. I'm going to do this. I'll put it in after the show. 5.5 minus 120. That's my play. I'm going to take Fees here over Pellegrino. I know that, Pellegrino here, but I'm going to take Fees. It's been looking pretty good here right now. I don't know what to do with Poppy and Mensick, man. Poppy looks like a new man out there. I know he's still not going to win, many big matches, but he sure did look good the other day. That's about as good as Pop. Take that back. We know he's won some big matches in the past, but he looked great out there. Okay, that's it for baseball. Let me do my WNBA, man. Across all platforms and networks, I did go 5-1 yesterday in the WNBA, so I can do it again today with my my picks here. I'm a WNBA. Hey, everyone's an expert, but go back on the internet. I've been doing it a long time here, maybe not as long as some of the legends. Rest in peace, but do have. I know they were talking about Tease last night on the show, the OG WNBA capper. But let me get into what I think here tonight with these games. And I'll start it off with the Wings and the Fever. Here in this one, and it looks like Caitlin Clark is just fine despite that injury here in the preseason. They did sideline her a little bit, but she's one of those players the soap's not injury prone. Okay, I think that's a major concern. Now the Sharps love Dallas in this game. They really love Dallas in this game. This one starts in 2 hours from now. The Sharps love Dallas in this game. I don't love Dallas in this game. I love the Fever. I think the Fever are going to blow out Dallas here. And watch out. They might put up a big number on the Wings right now. I'm wondering if the Wings, look, I like the Wings guard play, no doubt. Who doesn't here at this point? So let me at least be kind of fair to the Wings a little bit in this matchup and not totally bury them here. And look, maybe too easy to take a team like Indiana right now, but I think Indiana does own a major edge right now with this team. I think Dallas still looks vulnerable defensively with this lineup. These lineups they're going to put out there. I have the Fever top 4 right now in the league conference semifinal. You know how they're doing the WNBA, but a top 4 team right now with Clark, with Kelsey Mitchell, with Aaliyah Boston. That's a matchup nightmare for a lot of teams in this league. That's the way it's going to be. Dallas does have the shot-making talent, obviously, with Beckers and Ogunbowale, but Indiana's front court advantage comes more important when you've got, maybe this Dallas lineup with some limitations here. Let's see. Alana Smith is game time decision here. I thought there was a couple others here for Dallas. Let me see. Ogunbowale is probable. Okay. Probable here. For Indiana, Billings questionable. Hull probable. Passat is out of this one. So, look, Indiana's front court advantage, the rebounding edge here. Indiana's a good team, man. They're going to be – watch out. I know New York looked great. We had them yesterday, but this is the time, as long as Clark is healthy here, that maybe, just maybe, the superstar finally starts to win and gets it going here right now. So I think it could be here a game where you could see Indiana win this one by close to double digits. I'm going to take Indiana. Both teams have explosive guard play, and I think this is going to already see a high total here, and I think it will be through the roof. I think both teams here are likely to get into the high 80s for sure. Indiana gets into the 90s here, I think, in this one. And I think this one's going to be more so into the 180s rather than the high 170s here. But let me take Indiana here in this one. Let's see what the chat has to say. If you want to play some WNBA with me here. Wings on the spread. Apollo Fish Games hopes we have an amazing day. I think we will. Is that Pa? Did Apollo Game just call me Pa? Oh, pal. I've come to accept my daddy game. Okay, Blake here is on the fever. All right. Let's get it moving here right now and move on to our next one here in the W on the first Saturday of the season. They're playing them one at a time, I think, here today. That's cool. Oh, no, the two late games overlap. But these are the doubleheader of the national TV games here today with Mercury taking on the Aces. Here in this one, the Aces are favored by 9, maybe even 9.5 right now. 167.5. Look, the Mercury are going to be a decent team, I think, covering spreads. I think that they're going to be kind of rated as a team that might be overlooked. I don't know if they're going to be any good, but they might get enough points in a lot of these games to kind of stay with the program here, even against a team like the Aces. Las Vegas is still going to be one of the elite teams. You probably have number 1 or number 2 yourself here right now. And Asia Wilson will be the dominant player, obviously, on the floor in this one. They've also got Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. That makes it difficult for anybody. Look, the Mercury, we're going to be relying heavily on Alyssa Thomas and Kalia Cropper because they are missing a whole host of players. They could field the whole roster with their injured players here in this one, and I think that is probably going to be making it kind of tough here early on. Now, I do think Phoenix will be able to close the gap some, but, man, Makani Akoa is out. Sammy Whitcomb is out here right now as well. All kinds of injuries here that are going to make Phoenix a pretty big underdog here in this one right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take Vegas here in this one to get it done here, and I'll lay the points with Vegas. But look, I think Phoenix might have trouble scoring here. I think Vegas should control it, and I think Phoenix will be thinner offensively than they were even last year. I do think they'll improve and probably be getting enough points. They're going to be a solid enough team that once they start getting more points, they're going to cover. Even this one could be dangerous. I'm going to put it as my free play. But the Mercury can struggle scoring efficiently in half court against elite defensive teams. That's a fact. And if Cooper is forced into isolation, it's going to be doomsday. With the Aces and those front court defenders here, especially now, on Las Vegas now with Stephanie Talbot here. So it's going to be interesting to see. Okay, let's see what we got here in the chat. Andrew loves Caitlin. We all love her. Come on. I mean, no, we don't all love her. I think that's the thing. It's a very polarizing player, actually. I don't know why, but I think our ad campaigns could use some work. 9 Legacy says Mercury to cover. Next up, the Dream are on the road taking on the Lynx. Now, look, the Lynx, pretty good, great team, great program throughout the years, even last year. I mean, look, they're a good team. But Atlanta right here now, also there is some injuries here to start the season. Nafisa Collier's out. But the Dream are, yes, the story is Angel Reese, but that's not really the story. The story is the Atlanta Dream has a pretty good dream team with Alicia Gray, of course, and Jordan Canada will be healthy this year. Ryan Howard, Reese, got Brianna Jones. She's out of this game. Probably shouldn't be favored by 4 points necessarily here, but Minnesota, like I said, with Collier out right now, Juhas is out as well. You got to see how Olivia Miles is going to fit in with the team. Maybe the Lynx are starting a little bit behind the ball here a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. But Minnesota's still going to be okay. It's just I think that Atlanta, I have Atlanta right here now as a top, probably a top 4 or 5 team coming in. I believe this line is affected by the absence of Collier here, and Atlanta does have, like I said, I think they're a strong team here with Howard and Gray. Atlanta also does have, some pretty strong ratings here by most experts as well. I'm not the only one kind of rating them pretty high. So Minnesota
Final.
here it could go over, I think, with these two. Look, 157.5. I would think here that Atlanta, should have the scoring here, I would think. And with Williams here, we'll see how she works with Miles, but Kayla McBride's still in there as well. I think this one looks a little bit low. So, I'm going to take Atlanta, though, just this one time here. And I don't know if I would do this if Collier was in. I mean, obviously, I might be on Minnesota, but it probably wouldn't be 4 then either. So, I don't know. The Dream's probably going to push this pace. I would think it gets in, especially if the lineup gets small here. So, I think this one's, probably into the 160s. But let me leave it. Need some premiums here. Let's see what the chat says here. Dream for 9 Legacy. And 9 Legacies, if Angel Dream's on the team, they're going to win the title. One more here tonight. We've got the Chicago Skies taking on the Portland Fire. Now, Portland probably does rate as the, we haven't seen them play this expansion team, but they do have an expansion style roster here with Carla Lette, with Haley Jones on this team. Geisel Sauter, one of your favorites in there. Bridget Carlton as well. Carly Samuelson is out here for this team also. Nika Mull is not ready to play just yet. O'Black's not ready to go either. And Suge Sutton is also out. So Portland not only not ready to, expansion team, but their roster does look a little thin. Chicago looks like more drama for the Sky, so I don't know if they're going to be trusted here, but maybe against the expansion team they could do it. You do have my favorite player, Dejanay Carrington. She's out here to start the season. Azura Stevens, she's out right now as well. So Vandersloot not there. Skylar Diggins running the show. Feels like Chicago, it feels like they got a misfit roster here a little bit too, but they're taking on this expansion team. So I imagine this one's going to get ugly. I'm going to take the under in this one with Chicago and Portland on Saturday here, and we'll see if the Sky can get this number. They should. The Fire, I believe, are going to be the worst team this year, but we'll see. The Sun look pretty bad as well. 9 Legacy taking the Fire. All right. And I'll take the under. That's going to do it here for the morning steam. So have a great day here with the action. And we'll see you here in about 6 hours for our UFC coverage. Can't wait for this card. Hey, you can pick up the card for me right now over at winnable.com/Ramon, or you can just watch the show. I do give out my picks as the show goes along. So just goes to show you, you don't have to subscribe to my picks if you don't want to, all right? But you should. Why not? Check me out over at winnable.com. We're going to do the drawing here, and someone's going to win those plays right now. So you'll get those plays for free over here. Let me fix this up, see what I got over here with some of the plays there from, let's see what we had here. So, well, let's at least try to find some winners here. Don't be showing the losers on there, but hey, you get pretty high volume from me no matter what anyways. So you do see some of the plays here right now. We don't have to be too crazy. Too crazy with it here, but I don't think I hit my Chinese basketball though here last night. A little steamed about that. There, let's see. Guangdong ended up winning the game in overtime, so Anyways, when you subscribe, you get my Cover the Spread show over here. That's when you subscribe for free over at winnable.com. You can catch this show every day on YouTube, but you can get it sent to you when you subscribe over at winnable.com/Ramon. You get the my Cover the Spread show arrives there in your here's some soccer action for today as well. My men's and women's tennis picks are over there. Get all these picks for just 41 cents a day. There's my UFC premiums for today. You don't need to subscribe. There they are right now. Take a screenshot of that. Why don't you? But if you didn't see it in time, you can go, 41 cents a day over there. Check out my picks over at winnable.com and let Mikey Money tell you all about it.
Hey, it's your boy Mikey Money here and letting you know the Sports Money team live over on Winnable, and you can get your favorite cappers' best bets. Come support the squad at Winnable.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
Let Sports Money Network's team of experienced handicappers do the hard work for you, and with the flexible notification options, you'll never miss a play as we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, do the drawing here right now and see who's going to win 1 month. When you win, use the promo code WINNER at checkout, and you will get to 1 free month for me. As a disclaimer, we'll charge you for the next month unless you cancel, but you're not going to cancel because Jackson, D.C. wins over there from Kick. I don't know if Jackson even knows it, but Jackson can use the promo code WINNER and get those plays from me over at winnable.com/Ramon. Congratulations to Jackson, D.C. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the show. Westup's got his parlay. I better show that, or I'm going to get in trouble. And he said Dodgers money line with the Aces -8. He says, did I take my vitamins and say your prayers? Well, I take those gummy, got my gummy vitamins and my gummy, what's the creatine? The creatine, so I stay buff. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. I'll catch you here in about 6 hours. Can't wait to see you then. We're going to have an incredible card here today. And pillow awaits here. I'm going to take a nap here with no baseball going on. Get up for that hockey game in a couple hours. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine.